The Old Cuba Club, Miami, Florida and Havana, Cuba. The Old Cuban Club has been created to ensure the survival of Cuba's grand Spanish heritage, customs, cultural European Cuban traditions, and the social and economic triumphs of its 57 years as a republic, while also giving due credit to other racial and ethnic contributions to Cuban culture. After the 1959 revolution, the Cuban government has made a great effort to create a citizen without memory. They have distorted and portrayed Cuba's past in a very negative light in order to discourage comparisons with other prosperous and opulent periods of the island. The Old Cuba Club will ensure to keep many of our traditions alive, celebrate the greatness of Cuba and Cuban culture of all times, bring forth forgotten values, and restore the most positive aspects of them for future generations. History. As one of the last and the most important colony of Spain in the 19th century, Cuba has more than any other country of the Americas very close ties to the motherland. During the Republican era, after 1902, more Spaniards migrated to Cuba than any other country in the world. Therefore, beside our 400-year relation with Spain, these ties are recent, familiar and prevalent. Cuba received more noble titles than any country outside of Europe through the Royal Maestria of Chivalry of Havana, the only one outside of Spain, other European royal houses and the Catholic Church. Most Cuban aristocrats are inserted today in several European royal houses. Due to its freedom to conduct trade, by the end of the 19th century, Cuba accounted for about 70% of Spain's economy. Together with the New Spain territories, Mexico, Central America and Western U.S., and the Viceroyalty of Peru, Gran Colombia and Venezuela, the Captaincy General of Cuba controlled the Louisiana territories, Louisiana and Mississippi territories, today Central U.S., up to the south of Canada and Florida until the Louisiana Purchase. While other venues concentrate on contemporary Cuban art, the diaspora experience, or have a commercial interest in modern Cuban culture, the Old Cuba Club will concentrate on pure culture, tradition, knowledge, information, the study and first-hand experience of Cuban heritage. After 1959 and the demonization of capitalism, colonialism and the aristocracy, the international perception of Cuba has become one of just another unimportant, poor Caribbean island. The importance of its Spanish heritage and extreme achievements, which made Cuba what it was, a republic ready to enter the first world nations of the world by 1959, was denied, hidden and smeared. Although sometimes justly criticized, it is always presented in a biased and unfair manner, forgetting the times, traditions and interests, and how we lived during those eras. The Old Cuba Club will ensure that this legacy is not lost and reinstated with all its importance. It will uphold our Spanish heritage as well as the important contributions of Afro-Cubans and other ethnic groups such as the Irish, Hebrew, Chinese, Arabic, etc., through its facilities and cultural events. The facilities will include a library, an art gallery museum, bar-restaurant, cigar smoking room, a lecture and movie screening room. The club will boast one of the largest collection of acetate and vinyl recordings, vintage sound equipment, and a large Cuban patio cafe for open-air activities such as dances and concerts. Insignias used by the Old Cuba Club. Entry. The Old Cuba Club is a non-profit semi-private cultural club. There is an initial and monthly fee for permanent members. The club aims to gather persons with cultural interests, academics, businessmen and members of the old Cuban nobility. The club will close to the public for special activities for permanent members. The public in general will be admitted for a fee for the day. Consumption of food, beverages, other goods and events will be charged separately. The Old Cuba Club is currently working with the Office of the Historian in Havana to open a separate and authentic facility in that city. As the School of San Geronimo and a few other entities in Havana today, this will be a non-government affiliated private enterprise, non-political and strictly independent of government interference. Contact Armando Ruiz, 851 Northwest 36th Avenue, Suite 2, Miami, Florida 33126. Telephone 305-560-5954. Electronic mail, inversnesca@gmail.com.